Welcome to the Structure Studios online video series. This video will explain Stage 9, Planters. In this stage, you'll create planter beds and cut into hardscapes. For this video, we'll set our grid to 1 foot and head to the Snaps menu to turn on Point, Line, and Grid. We'll also set the angle to World Angle and turn on Autocomplete. We'll first create the large planter along the rear fence. Let's activate the Outline tool. Click the fence in the left corner. Click again to start the outline. Move your mouse to the right to trace the fence. When you reach the right corner and the length is 90 feet, left-click to place it. Click the orange endpoint to set the offset. Move your mouse down 8 feet and click to create the planter. Now we'll add a curb on the front side. Click the Insert Curb button in the panel. When we move our mouse onto the 2D grid, the curb is attached to the planter. As we move our mouse, the curb moves around the planter. When we have it centered on the front midpoint, left-click to place it. By default, the curb is exactly half of the planter's perimeter. The length can be adjusted by typing in a length or clicking the purple endpoint and dragging the curb to the desired position. We only want the curb along the front, so we'll type 90 feet in the panel next to the curb length. Let's press the 2D 3D button at the top of the screen to see our planter. Our planter and curb look great. We can adjust the width of the curb between 1 and 12 inches, sink the curb into the ground up to 6 inches, and set the curb profile. When we click the Profile button, our library will open to the curb profile options. Double-click any option to preview the style. We can even create custom curb profiles. Let's set our style to angle. Now we'll head back to 2D to add planters around our pool deck. Activate the Rectangle tool. The first planter will be aligned with the pool deck on the left. Move 1 grid space to the left and click to start the shape. Move the mouse to the left 6 feet, then down 12 feet, and click to create the planter. We'll set this planter to a depth of 1 inch. Now we'll create a planter next to the pool deck on the right. Move 1 grid space to the right and click to start the shape. Move the mouse to the right 9 feet, then down 3 feet, and click to create the planter. The depth of this shape is automatically 1 inch since the software remembers the depth of the last planter. Let's press the 2D 3D button at the top of the screen to see our planters. Planters are unique because they follow the elevation of the terrain and cut into the ground. The depth setting in the panel allows you to control how deep the planter is. In addition to cutting into the ground, planters will also cut out of hardscapes they're drawn on top of. This allows us to use planters to create fire pits and raised planter boxes. Let's head back to 2D to complete our fire pit. Activate the Outline tool. To select the hardscape, we want to turn on Select Objects from any stage. Click the circle hardscape. Move your mouse towards the center of the circle to create a 1 foot offset. Click to start the outline. Trace around the entire shape and click to complete it. We want to have room for the fire and logs, so we'll set the depth value to 6 inches. Now we'll right-click the planter and press View in 3D. The fire pit looks great. Later in the yard accessories stage, we'll add the fire media, logs, and fire. The last planter we'll create is at the front of the house. Let's head back to 2D to add a freeform planter connecting the driveway and front door. Activate the Outline tool. Click the right corner of the house. Click again to start the outline. Move your mouse to the left to trace the house all the way to the driveway. When we reach the corner, left-click to stop tracing the house. Now we'll click the driveway to trace down 15 feet and left-click to stop tracing the driveway. From this point, we can use 2 different techniques to complete the planter. Before we begin, we need to adjust our snaps. Open the Snap menu and turn on No Snaps to have freedom of movement. First, we'll use the Arc tool to create the Freeform section. Activate the Arc tool. We'll start to draw our first arc by moving our mouse up until we have the radius and shape we like. We're going to make a total of 5 arc segments, so we'll estimate how long each arc should be. Draw the first segment and left-click. Our next segment will go in the other direction. We'll move our mouse down this time to create an arc going the other way. Click to set it and trace the portion we want. We'll repeat this process 2 more times. Create the next arc by moving the mouse up, setting the arc and tracing the portion we want. We'll create the 4th arc by moving our mouse down, setting the arc and tracing the arc segment. We now have to connect our arc back to the original point. We'll move our mouse up and align the orange circle with the end point. If it's not perfect, don't worry. We can adjust our points once we're done. With the arc set in place, trace the final arc and click to complete the shape. To adjust the arcs, activate the Move tool and drag the points between the arcs to create smoother transitions. The more we work with the Arc tool, the easier it will become. Let's use another method to create our freeform planner. First, we'll select each arc and press Delete. We only want to keep the lines and delete the arcs. Now we'll activate the Freehand tool. Large orange points appear at the end of our lines, showing where we can begin. The Freehand tool works like drawing with a pencil on paper. As you hold down left-click while moving the mouse, the Freehand tool will draw lines and arcs following your cursor. Click the left corner to start. We'll draw our freeform shape towards the other orange point. As soon as we release the left mouse button, our line will stop. 2 lines are created, a white line and a purple line. The purple line is what we drew, and the white line shows how the software auto-corrected and smoothed our lines. In the panel, we can use the Freehand Arc slider to show fewer or more curves. As we adjust the slider, our purple line remains the same, while the white line updates. Let's take a look at our planner in 3D. Later in the plants and trees stage, we'll fill our planters with landscaping. This completes instruction on planners. Thanks for watching. For more information, please visit structurestudios.com/help.